So hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to unbox a very limited edition GT Neo 3, specifically the GT Neo 3 Naruto edition. This is the Ninja Scroll. We're going to unfold it and definitely check out all of the cool new things that Realme put together in collaboration with Naruto on a very special edition phone. This is TK and this is the Naruto edition phone. Like and subscribe and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified to whenever we have new videos on the channel. So I'll have to say this much. First and foremost, Realme really took out all the stops when it came down to making this unboxing type of an experience. We've seen them do themed phones before. They had the Dragon Ball phone that was released earlier this year, but that phone was still coming in an actual regular box, although it was a very nice and very themed box. The Naruto edition phone actually comes in a Ninja Scroll. I mean, look at this. This is actually PU leather made that you can actually even open it up, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Now, unfortunately, there's nothing written inside of it, so even though it looks like sheepskin, there's nothing on here other than basically the case itself that folds and unrolls in there, but it looks absolutely fantastic. One of the other things we'll notice right away is that we see that the Naruto family crest is actually embalmed on both the top and the bottom. So you definitely see here, they're definitely focusing heavily on the Naruto theme here. And of course, opening it up is very simple. There's actually one opening here on the right side, and of course we're greeted directly with the phone. Unboxing it is super simple. We'll go ahead and just pull the actual casing itself. There's nothing else left in here. This is pretty much just the case for the phone, so we'll go ahead and put that on the side, and of course we're greeted with the phone. Realme times Naruto, and of course we have the Naruto family symbol here. Of course, last but not least, of course, is the phone. Now, I'm not going to deny the fact that I've already unboxed this. This is just us, obviously, just for us to kind of get the unboxing experience. But I did get a chance to check out everything in here. But you'll notice first and foremost the design, the detail level that they've done here, the three different tones that we have in here between the top, the middle, and the bottom, the orange coloring, the family crest, of course, the Naruto symbol, the one that he has on his forehead, the warrior symbol, Realme Naruto edition. We have the nice little embalming on that side, and even the three symbols here on the left and on the right, symbolizing the nine tails that we've seen in the past on Naruto's face as well. So very much a very nice customized edition of the Naruto edition phone. And of course, this is at its core a GT3 Neo that is not only one of the unique devices on the market right now from Realme, featuring the 150 watt charging for the 5000 milliampere battery that we have in here, as well as the fact that it features the MediaTek Dimensity 8100. This is a 5 nanometer chipset from MediaTek that is powering this device. A large, beautiful 6.7-inch display, 120 Hz refresh rate at 1080p resolution, and of course 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of internal storage, and of course the primary 50 megapixel camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 2 megapixel macro, and a 16 megapixel sensor on the front. One of the other things you'll definitely notice here is that they include a case, a nice see-through case to be able to enjoy our device. 160 watts on this, but again, one of the biggest things that we'll definitely appreciate is the fact, since this is a Chinese edition phone, the actual charger works in the US very easily. You just plug it in and it works right out of the box. No converter needed, and of course, this is going to charge our phone ridiculously fast. As I'm showing you guys right now, plugging it in, on top of the fact that we have some of that beautiful animation that we get with the charging, we also get some crazy fast speeds charging. As you can see, it ramps up and it goes super fast. We also have an included nice cable that comes in the box that also has that nice color of black and orange, again mimicking the colors of what the charger looks like as well as the phone. Now, this would not be a special edition device if it did not have a special edition SIM removal tool. We have a dual SIM supporting device, so we definitely need a tool, and this is the Naruto symbol. This is the warrior symbol directly engraved into this, so it actually shaped into it, so it looks really nice. Okay, so we've covered most of the specification, as I mentioned to you guys. First and foremost, this is definitely not only just a hardware design configuration here, we also have it directly in the software. So here we are looking at Naruto and his dad, Minato. Let's go ahead and unlock the phone. Fingerprint sensor in the display at the bottom, a little bit present on the bottom side there. We have some custom wallpapers, as you can imagine here, some custom themes put in there. I did customize the theme to pull the colors out of the actual display or the wallpaper that we have in here. Since we have Realme 3.0 or the Realme UI 3.0 based on Android 12, we have the ability of customizing and selecting the color picker in there that we've seen. You also notice that we have a custom basically icon pack that's present in here. Now, not all applications are supported, but for the ones that are not supported, you'll notice they put in a nice little square on them to kind of like Netflix, YouTube, and the Google Play Store. This phone is a Chinese edition phone, so out of the box it did not have the Google Play Store installed, although very easily download the Google Play Store from your favorite APK site and of course log into it and you're pretty much set. Services are on there, it's just that the Google Play Store is not preloaded onto this device. We had the same experience when we were using the Dragon Ball phone not that long ago, so just so you know, if you want to pick it up, it's not going to have any problems. Now, I'm using it here on T-Mobile in the US and I'm actually connected directly into 4G LTE. I was not able to pick up 5G. So when I did a speed test on here, as you can imagine, you would expect to see basically speeds comparable to what 4G LTE can do here. 132 down, 56.2 up. And this is again, depending on the market and the area that you're in. Last but not least, of course, I'm sure you guys want to see what is the Geekbench score. How did this 8100 MediaTek processor does? Overall, actually, it's not bad. In GT2 mode, it runs at 967 with 4054 basically as far as the multi-core. So when we actually look at it from a single point, so it's basically comparable to the Exynos 2100 and of course faster than the Snapdragon 870. So overall, definitely one of the champs of a processor from MediaTek powering here, and I can't wait to see more devices powered by it. As far as the actual customization, we'll go straight into the wallpapers. We have 3 preloaded wallpapers directly from Realme, so I'll go ahead and click that. So this one is obviously Naruto and his dad, and then we have a nice change here that you can customize, and of course one that's more orange. Now for me, I've been using this one, and that's what I customize my theme. And what I mean by this is if we jump back into the settings tab, we'll go in here, and we'll jump down directly into personalization. And under personalization, you'll notice that we have the ability of actually selecting a color. So we'll go under colors and here wallpaper color picker. This is something that's built in to Realme UI 3.0 based on Android 12, and it gives us the ability of customizing the actual UI. You'll notice right there all of the colors, the orange permeation there. I definitely ran it directly and I pulled it from that second image. Overall, everything else looks absolutely fantastic. There's charging animation, of course, some of the customizations that we have in here with the icon pack. And one thing I do want to talk to you guys as far as capabilities, the 8100 is capable of shooting 4K at 60 frames per second on the main sensor, on the 50 megapixel sensor on this phone on the back, and 1080p 30 frames per second on the front-facing camera. Let's go ahead and jump into a quick sample of the front-facing and the back-facing sensors on the GT Neo 3 Naruto Edition phone. Starting off with the front-facing camera on the GT Neo 3 Naruto Edition, 1080p 30 frames per second is going to be the maximum we can get here. This is typical to some of the other devices from Realme. But again, we can shoot higher resolution and better frame rate on the main sensor on the back. Now, 4K 60 frames per second is going to be the maximum resolution we can get on the main sensor on this device. If we switch over to the ultra-wide, we're definitely going to drop down to 1080p. But it's nice to see 4K 60 frames per second, of course, on the Dimensity 8100, and of course, the brand new limited edition Naruto edition of the GT Neo 3. I'll be very honest with you guys, I'm as excited as I was when I first saw the Dragon Ball Edition phone. I love the fact that Realme is really tapping into the anime world and starting to pull in obviously some themed devices. And of course, now both of these are obviously available only in China, but if you do decide to pick one up or even import it, know that it actually does work. At least for me on T-Mobile here in the US, I'm able to actually get pretty decent speeds considering the fact I'm on 4G LTE. So there's no 5G connectivity, but I'm not really worried too much about that. This device has a very fast, very nice, and very capable processor. We have 4K 60 frames per second. We have a very nice large display at 120 frames per second. So we definitely have a very good gaming capabilities there. Not only that, we also have the ability of charging this 5,000 milliampere battery in a ridiculously fast time. So this is something that I love seeing. Like when I was at MWC and I got a chance to see the Neo 3, the GT Neo 3 in hand, and of course see how fast it's able to charge. I didn't know how long before we were able to see this in hand as an actual device. So the first edition of the GT3 Neo came out, and of course that was the regular one that came out earlier. But seeing a device that is not only fast, but also actually has a very nice theme, I'm really digging it. As you can notice, I even got myself a brand new Naruto shirt, and of course we have Naruto sitting right here, kicking it with us the whole time. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are Team Goku or Team Naruto. Both of these devices are very nice, highly customizable, and not only that, the unboxing experience is super nice. So for me, I'm very happy to see that Realme is basically hitting it out of the park, and they started it up with MWC. They've been releasing multiple devices, and of course, providing us a lot of very unique experiences that we haven't seen from any other company. These devices are both available in China, but you're able to import them obviously from your favorite importing company. But at the end of the day, these are unique collector editions for any fan, either Dragon Ball or even Naruto, and you're not going to be disappointed with this. I definitely love the unboxing experience with the Naruto phone. Let me know in the comments below what do you guys think. Thank you very much for the support. Like and subscribe as usual. And of course, I'll see you in the next one.